Dear little ones, tonight before we go to sleep, let me tell you a very special story. It's about a brave and kind girl named Polly. This story will take us to a magical world where fairies and tiny elves with wonderful powers live. Now, lie down nicely, close your eyes, and join me on Polly's adventure. Polly and the Elves. Polly was on a very important journey. She walked as fast as she could, not wasting a single moment. As she passed by the green grass of a small village, she noticed many villagers standing around, leisurely playing. A woman asked, "Where are you rushing off to, little girl?" "I just got to the market to sell this gold ring," Polly said. "My mom is sick, and we need money for her treatment." "Oh, you'll get there much faster if you drink this cool, refreshing water," said a man, handing her a full cup. "Here, a gift from our village." Just when Polly was thirsty, she took the cup and drank it happily. After finishing, they gave her another cup, then another, and another. After 4 cups, Polly asked, "Excuse me, where's the restroom?" A woman replied, "This way, sweetheart. Leave your bag here, it's safe. We'll watch over it for you." The villagers nodded in agreement. When she came back, Polly thanked them and picked up her bag to continue her journey. But as she left the village, she looked inside her bag and was horrified to find it full of stones. "I've been robbed," Polly cried. Her tears fell to the ground with little splashes, waking up a fairy who had been sleeping nearby. "What happened?" the fairy asked. Yawning, Polly told her how the villagers had stolen her money. "That's the most wicked village in this land. We call the villagers there the wicked ones," said the fairy. "Let the little elves handle this." The fairy blew into a bluebell flower. Instantly, a group of elves with upturned noses and pointy ears appeared around them. An elf asked, "Who summoned the elves?" "I did," replied the fairy. "This girl Polly needs help." The elves murmured worriedly. The fairy continued, "I know you don't like helping humans, but if you help Polly, you'll have the chance to punish those wicked ones." Hearing this, the elves grew excited. "Tell them your story, Polly," the fairy encouraged. Polly took a deep breath and told the elves everything that had happened. When she finished, the elf chief declared, "I think it's the perfect time to organize an elf fair." "Elf fair! Elf fair!" the other elves shouted joyfully. "What is an elf fair?" Polly asked. "Well, it's a fair, organized by elves," the elf chief said with a grin. The elves burst out laughing and tugged at each other's beards. "We'll set up booths and sell elf goods. Like this one," said an elf, picking up a pine cone and spinning it. When he opened his hand, it had turned into pure gold. "Here," he said, tossing the golden pine cone to Polly. "A gift from the elves." "Elf gift! Elf gift!" the elves sang and disappeared. Just as Polly put the golden pine cone in her bag, the elves reappeared, this time bringing along beautiful booths. Polly asked, "What will you sell?" "We sell. We sell. Sell what we need to sell." The elves sang and started running all over the empty field. They used magic to turn bark into gold, spider webs into fine silver threads, and dewdrops into sparkling diamonds. Soon, the stalls were filled with luxurious items. Meanwhile, in that wicked village. The thieves were counting the money they had stolen from Polly. When they saw the elves approaching, they quickly hid their money. "Come to the fair, come to the fair," the elves sang and danced joyfully around the startled villagers. "Skip and hop, come and see. Join the elves in festivity. Gold, silver, shining gems. Come to the fair of the tiny friends." The wicked ones had heard tales of these little elves and their secret gold. Smelling a rare chance to get rich, they followed the elves, bringing all their stolen money. When they saw the booths, their eyes gleamed with greed. The clever elves priced everything just right, and the wicked ones spent every last coin they had. As the last one waddled off with a huge bag, the fairy and Polly stepped out of hiding. "But why did you sell such precious items so cheaply?" Polly protested. "They don't deserve it." The elves laughed heartily. "Tell me, how much would you pay for a fallen leaf?" the elf chief asked. "Excuse me?" Polly replied. Look carefully." The elves pointed to the golden leaves left at the stalls. Polly watched as they turned back into ordinary leaves. "So those expensive things turned back into ordinary ones?" Polly asked. "Smart girl, your mind shines like moonlight," the elves sang. "And we've retrieved your money for you," said the fairy. "Now, little elves, let's give Polly her money." The elves handed Polly nearly all of it. She asked them to keep a little, to thank them for their help. Then Polly and the elves gathered and sang together. "Farewell, farewell, goodbye dear friend." They laughed one last time and vanished. "Now," said the fairy, "I think it's time for you to go home." In a flash of light, Polly found herself next to her mother's bed. Her mother smiled at her. "Did you sell the ring, darling?" her mother asked. I did, I did," Polly sang joyfully. She reached into her bag and pulled out the money, and the golden pine cone. That pine cone never turned back into a regular one like the things the wicked ones bought. If you visit that village today, the people may boast about the time they bought gold from elves, but they'll never show you any of it. You know why, don't you? When Polly returned to her mother with the money to pay for her treatment, her heart was full of joy. Her mother smiled, and the golden pine cone in Polly's bag would forever be a reminder of her kindness and courage. Dear children, the story ends here. Through this tale, we learn that no matter how difficult life gets, if we hold on to kindness, stay determined, and believe in goodness, magic will always find its way to us. And sometimes, it's the smallest among us, like Polly, who carry the biggest hearts and the power to change the world. Sweet dreams, little ones. May you sleep well and dream of beautiful adventures just like the one we heard tonight. Good night.